The member for McMahon.
Thanks, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Treasurer and refers to his previous answer. Can the Treasurer explain to the House why there is a black hole of more than $100 million in the costings of the Omnibus Bill introduced into Parliament today? Can the Treasurer explain why the numbers on page 5 of the explanatory memorandum of the bill do not add up? Does the Treasurer stand by his claim in the House today that the bill improves the budget bottom line by more than $6 billion?
The Treasurer has the call. The Manager of Opposition...
That's the Prime Minister who just got re-elected. Unlike this, that's who he is. This is the Prime Minister just won an election. We've seen the Leader of the Opposition parade around this country as if he's just won an election. Well, I've got news for you. When the whistle is blown and you're on the wrong side of the scoreboard or you're on the wrong side of this House, you lost the election, buddy. And you lost the election because you did not have an economic plan.
Treasurer will resume his seat. Members will cease interjecting. Treasurer will resume his seat. Treasurer will resume his seat. Members on both sides will cease. The members on both sides will cease interjecting. The member for Griffith.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. The remarks ought to be directed by the Chair, and also the member ought to refer to members by their titles.
And answer the question.
That's right. Members must refer to other members by their titles. The Minister for the Environment will cease interjecting, particularly when I'm addressing the House. Members will refer to other members by their correct titles. I made that point this morning.
I shouldn't have referred to him in that way. I know who his buddies are,
the Treasurer will answer the question.
That is not the question that has been put to me today, Mr Speaker.
No, it's not.
The bill that we've put forward in this House today has more than $6 billion worth of expenditure savings, Mr Speaker. That's what it says. That's what it says, Mr Speaker. What the member opposite put forward to the last election was to increase the deficit by $16.5 billion, Mr Speaker. That's what he said to the Australian people. He said that the way to increase our financial resilience, to protect us against a storm, to grow the economy, was to tax it more, and go into deficit by $16.5 billion, Mr Speaker. Those opposite took that plan to the election, and those opposite were rejected on the basis of that plan, Mr Speaker. On this side of the House, we will continue with our measures to ensure that we balance the budget, Mr Speaker, that we arrest the debt, Mr Speaker, that we put in place the measures that encourage businesses, particularly small businesses, to invest and grow and employ. Those opposite, Mr Speaker, have a simple plan. It's to tax and spend this economy.
Treasurer resume his seat. As the Treasurer, I haven't called... the Leader of the House and the Manager of Opposition Business will cease interjecting. The Manager of Opposition Business will resume his seat. I haven't called him. I can hear him very clearly from there. He doesn't have to call me repetitively. I was asking the Treasurer to resume his seat. Has the Treasurer concluded his answer? The Treasurer has concluded his answer.